Okay, folks, welcome to episode 19 of the Deep Dive.
Okay.
Buckle up because we're going deep
Deep?
into a digital enigma
Oh.
that is so strange. It makes, Bigfoot sightings look like a nature documentary,
Yeah.
with tons of evidence.
Yeah.
We're talking about
Oh, this is going to be good.
Cicada 3301,
Okay.
the internet's ultimate whodunit.
I like that.
Mystery, with these puzzles that are so mind-bendingly hard
Yeah.
that I think they could unlock the secrets of the universe. Or at least, like how to fold a fitted sheet properly.
So like practical life hacks too.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Not just universe stuff.
So Cicada 3301 first appeared in 2012
2012.
and presented this whole series of puzzles online.
Yeah.
And it was all completely anonymous.
Oh, wow.
The goal, it seemed, was
Yeah.
to find highly intelligent people through this gauntlet of cryptographic challenges.
A
test, yeah.
Right.
I was thinking it's like Mensa recruitment,
Yeah.
but designed by
Yeah.
a supervillain who
Riddle.
really likes riddles.
Okay, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
A supervillain Mensa.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This whole thing reeked of mystery from the very beginning.
Huh.
You had cryptography, which is,
Because like codes.
secret code stuff.
Yeah.
And you had steganography,
Steganography.
which is
Oh, that's a good one.
hiding information,
Uh-huh.
in plain sight.
Okay.
Almost like digital Easter eggs.
Oh, I see.
And there were even treasure hunts in the real world.
Oh, wow.
All part of this
That's amazing.
whole big game. Yeah. It was like someone took
Okay.
a spy novel
Uh-huh.
and then a computer science textbook
Yeah.
and then the most difficult escape room you can imagine and mashed them all together
That's a good way to put it.
into one thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
The complexity of this was just
Oh, yeah.
off the charts. The
Definitely.
puzzles used all sorts of different techniques, and
Definitely.
you needed not just technical expertise, but you
Yeah.
also needed a really broad understanding of stuff like literature mythology
Okay.
and a really complicated math.
Wow.
I mean, this was not your grandma's Sudoku puzzle.
Definitely not.
And the speculation about who
Could it be-
was behind all of this was
Yeah.
just wild.
It's got to be someone.
It had to be, right?
Yeah.
Some people thought it was
Okay.
these shadowy government agencies.
Oh.
The folks with more acronyms than a bowl of alphabet soup,
Okay.
like the NSA or MI6.
Right.
Maybe they were trying to recruit
Okay.
secretly, find these really talented people. Other people were saying, no, it's like an ancient secret society.
Yeah.
Maybe even the Knights Templar
Wow.
finally going digital.
Wow.
And then you had the real conspiracy theorists saying,
Alien.
aliens or rogue AI
Oh, rogue AIs. Yeah.
orchestrating the whole thing.
Oh my gosh.
The fact that there was no official,
Yeah.
stamp of approval from anyone
right.
just made it even more
It fueled the fire.
mysterious. Yeah, it fueled all the
Yeah.
speculation.
Yeah.
So no one knew for sure
Right.
who was behind it or
Yeah.
what their goals were.
Right.
And that's what made it
It just made it so
fascinating.
mysterious.
Yeah.
And interesting.
So let's go back to the very first puzzle.
Uh-huh.
Back in 2012,
2012.
it all started with this
Yeah.
seemingly normal image
Yep.
that showed up on 4chan's X-board,
4chan.
which is basically the internet's spooky attic,
Oh, that's a good one.
for those of you who don't know.
Right.
And as it often happens with these things,
Yeah.
the first step was to look beyond what was obvious.
Beyond the surface.
Yeah. So if you open this image with the text editor,
Yeah.
you found this hidden message.
A hidden message.
It was a Caesar cipher,
Oh, okay.
which is basically
Wow.
shifting each letter in the alphabet
Ah.
a few places down the line.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, classic. Classic for a reason.
Okay.
So you decode that first message,
Yep.
and it leads you to another image.
Follow image. Okay.
This time it's a picture of a decoy duck.
A decoy duck.
Yeah, just a totally
Wow.
random thing to throw you off the trail.
Yeah.
And within that duck image,
Yeah.
there were these two words hidden,
Oh.
guess and out.
Okay. Guessing out.
And that was a clue
Uh-huh.
to use this steganography program called Outguess.
Outguess.
Yeah, it's a program
So it can hide
information
in these seemingly normal files.
Yeah.
So when you run the duck picture through Outguess,
Yeah.
it basically peels back another layer of the onion,
Oh.
revealing a link to a page on Reddit
Reddit, okay.
And a book cipher.
Oh, a book cipher.
Yeah, now getting into
now we're really
serious code-breaking territory.
It's getting serious, yeah.
The Reddit page itself was a whole other multifaceted puzzle.
Oh, wow.
You had these post titles that were clearly encrypted.
Yeah.
You had an image of a normal, like, welcome mat.
Oh, welcome mat. Okay.
Then there was one of those stereogram pictures.
Oh, the magic eye picture.
Yeah, the magic eye pictures.
Yeah.
And if you stared at it long enough, supposedly you'd see the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
Then there were all these blocks of encrypted text that looked like just gibberish.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was basically like this online puzzle box.
Where all the pieces were scattered around and you had to figure out how to put them together.
I see.
So let's talk about that welcome mat for a second.
Okay, the welcome mat.
When you ran out guess on that image, it gave you a PGP public key.
Oh, okay, a key.
What was the point of that key?
Well, that PGP key was super important for making sure messages were actually from Cicada.
Okay.
It was a way to verify that you weren't being tricked by copycats. Or pranksters.
It's an authentication thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's smart.
It was a smart way to keep things organized in the middle of all this chaos.
Yeah, because the internet can be pretty wild.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So then there was the Holy Grail stereogram.
Yeah.
All that ice training had to be for Razine, right?
Yeah, definitely.
It had to have a message. And it did.
Okay.
When you ran out guess on it, it revealed this message. The key has always been right in front of your eyes. Oh, wow.
So that was telling you that the next step wasn't some hidden link or a secret file.
Right.
But something that was already on that Reddit page.
Oh, I see.
And it turned out it was the header image.
The header image.
Yeah, the one at the top of the Reddit page. Just a bunch of lines and circles. But it turned out those were Mayan numerals.
Mayan numerals.
Yeah, who would have thought of that?
That's amazing. Yeah.
I mean, that's some serious outside-the-box thinking.
Really thinking outside the box.
Right. So you figure out the Mayan code,
and
you use that to unlock the Reddit post titles, which then led you to a passage from a book.
From a book.
Yeah, specifically Thomas Bulfinch's mythology.
Oh, mythology, okay.
The one about King Arthur.
Okay.
Why that book?
Yeah, why that one?
Well, one of the earlier clues had hinted at a book cipher.
Oh.
So now that they knew the specific book,
they could use this numerical key that they'd gotten earlier, probably like page and line numbers, to decode another hidden message by like cross-referencing it with the text of the book.
Wow, that's so clever.
So after all that mental gymnastics and flipping through pages of ancient myths, the message revealed a phone number in Texas.
Oh, wow.
You got to admire the audacity of this whole thing. It was so intricate.
Yeah.
So you call this Texas number and you get this automated robotic voice that gives you another piece of the puzzle. I heard it was a pretty polite robot voice considering the circumstances.
That's funny.
Anyway, this robot voice gives you 3 prime numbers.
Prime numbers, okay.
And if you were paying close attention, you might have noticed that one of those prime numbers was 3301.
3301.
Which was also in the dimensions of, of
that very first image. It was 509 by 503 pixels, and those were also prime numbers. So that was a hint that those dimensions were important too.
Okay, I see.
So you take those 3 prime numbers, 509, 503, and 3301.
Okay.
You multiply them all together.
Yeah.
You add a .com on the end.
A .com.
And boom, you've got a website.
A website.
And on that website was a simple image of a cicada.
Oh, a cicada.
And a countdown timer.
Oh, wow, a countdown.
Can you imagine if you'd followed this whole trail, how excited you'd be at that point?
Oh, my God.
Just like hit and refresh.
Yeah, just waiting.
Waiting.
Yeah.
And when that timer finally hit 0, the page updated.
Oh.
And it showed 14 GPS coordinates.
Oh, wow.
All over the world.
Okay.
14 different locations in 5 different countries.
So this is going global.
Yeah. It went from being online to being in the real world.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So people started reporting that at these locations there were posters.
Oh, wow.
Each poster had the cicada image and a QR code.
A QR code. Okay.
So now you had to...
So now it's like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah, a real-world scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
Either travel to these places yourself or rely on other people who were playing the game to help you out.
Wow.
And scanning those QR codes led to even more book codes and riddles.
More riddles.
Yeah. This time, they pointed to 2 books.
Okay.
The Encyclopedia Britannica.
Oh, wow.
And William Gibson's poem.
Okay.
Agrippa.
Agrippa.
Yeah, Agrippa was this poem that was self-encrypting.
What?
Yeah. Self-encrypting.
It was on a floppy disk.
Oh, wow. On a floppy disk.
So very Cicada-like, you know.
Yeah, very appropriate.
Obsessed with cryptography and hiding information in these strange places.
Okay.
And both of the riddles that were connected to these book codes ended with the same message.
Oh. The same message?
Yeah. They said, you've shared too much.
Oh.
We want the best, not the followers. Because they were basically saying...
And they wanted people to work alone.
I won't work alone. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But of course, people were still sharing and working together online.
Yeah, people love to collaborate.
Exactly. And what's interesting, the Cicada website then updated with photos of those QR code posters.
Oh, wow.
From all over the world.
Okay.
It was like they were acknowledging... that people were collaborating, but they still wanted people to have those individual breakthroughs.
Okay.
So then if you use the Agrippa book cipher, it led you to
the Onion.
Onion address.
.onion.
Which is on the dark web.
Oh, the dark web?
Yeah, the shadowy part of the internet.
Okay.
And on that dark web page, it asked you to enter a new email address. Yeah. One that you hadn't used before.
And they said they'd send you a message.
A message?
With a special number that you needed to add to the URL.
Okay.
And this message was encrypted with RSA.
Oh, RSA, okay.
Which is a really strong form of encryption.
Yeah.
So they were serious about digital security.
Serious business.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they also warned you not to share this information.
Okay.
If you tried to decrypt the message incorrectly or if you shared your progress, you were out of the game.
Oh, wow.
They were very strict about that.
Okay.
So for those who managed to get through all that and kept their secrets, they got an email with a MIDI file.
A MIDI file.
Yeah, remember those old digital music files and a congratulations message?
Okay.
And they also got a list of 50 words that they had to encrypt and send back.
Oh, wow. So one last test.
Yeah, one last test. And that was basically the end of the 2012 puzzle. The Cicada subreddit, which is where a lot of the discussion was happening, got updated with this message.
Okay.
We have now found the individuals we sought.
Wow.
So the first chapter of the Cicada 3301 mystery was over.
Okay.
But then a year later, they started up again.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, with a whole new set of challenges.
Okay.
It was like a sequel.
A sequel?
Yeah. So exactly 366 days later,
366.
a new image appeared on 4chan.
Oh, 4chan again?
Yep.
Okay.
And it had a similar message to the one that started it all back in 2012.
Okay.
So, of course, the first thing people did...
They ran it through.
...was run it through Outguess.
Outguess,
And this time, it revealed another book code.
Another book code.
And it was also accompanied by a riddle.
A riddle, too.
And the riddle pointed to Aleister Crowley's Liber Legis.
Oh, Liber Legis.
Book of the Law.
Okay.
Crowley was a pretty controversial figure associated with the occult.
Okay.
So now things were getting a little
more esoteric.
Esoteric, yeah.
Nice.
So using Liber Legis and that new book code led to a large ISO file.
Oh, an ISO file.
Which is basically a bootable image, like a digital copy of a CD or DVD.
Oh, okay.
So when you boot up this virtual disk, it shows you a series of prime numbers counting up towards 33001, and it paused specifically at 1033.
1033.
Maybe 301.
33011.
Okay.
And then it finally showed this message. The key is all around you.
Oh, wow.
Very cryptic.
Very cryptic.
And then the @ symbol appeared.
The @ symbol.
Yeah, which usually means a Twitter handle.
Oh, yeah, on the internet.
So over on the Cicada Twitter account, they just dumped a huge amount of hexadecimal code.
Oh, hexadecimal code?
Yeah, just these random-looking strings of numbers and letters.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So back to that ISO file.
It had this MP3 audio file named 761.mt3.
761.
And a few other files that didn't seem important at first. And that MP3 file had a clue in its ID3 tag, which is like
the hidden
information embedded in the audio file. And the clue was the Instar Emergence Parable.
Oh, okay. Instar Emergence.
Instar is basically a developmental stage in an insect's life cycle.
Oh, okay.
Like before they become an adult.
So like
and this includes cicadas.
Oh, like a cicada pupa or something.
No, exactly.
Okay.
And the 761.mp3 file was 167 seconds long.
Okay.
And both 761 and 167 are prime numbers.
Yeah.
Just like 330 and 503 and 509 from the first puzzle.
So prime numbers are important here.
Yeah, prime numbers are definitely a theme.
Okay.
Then the Cicada Twitter account posted another message. It had the words offset, skip, and call, and some numbers.
Some numbers.
And these numbers told you how to arrange that hexadecimal code from before into a grid.
Oh, grid.
Yeah, it told you the number of columns. But even in a grid, it still looked like random characters.
Yeah.
So the next big breakthrough came from...
Well, this is interesting. XORing.
XORing.
Yeah, it's a bitwise XOR operation on the binary representation of the hexadecimal code and the binary data of the 761.mp3 file.
Okay, so you're combining the two.
You're basically combining them, yeah. XOR is this fundamental operation in computer science and cryptography.
Okay.
And when you did that, it created an image.
Oh, an image.
A gematria table.
Oh, a gematria table.
Yeah, it showed how Anglo-Saxon runes letters and the first 29 prime numbers all related to each other.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So gematria is this system of assigning numbers to letters.
Okay.
And it's often used in like mystical traditions.
Oh, interesting.
So how did this table relate to that instar emergence message?
Okay, so how do they connect?
Well, if you take the gematria values for the phrase instar emergence, you get 761.
That's 61?
Which was the name of the MP3 file.
Oh, wow.
Another clever self-referential clue.
And another clue.
And then if you used outguess on that gematria image, it revealed another onion link.
Another onion link, okay.
This time it was hidden using tabs and spaces.
Oh, wow.
Which could be interpreted as binary code.
Okay, so hidden in the formatting.
Exactly.
Wow.
So you go to that new dark web address and it says web browsers are useless here.
Oh.
And it showed a cicada drawn in ASCII art.
Oh, ASCII art.
So you couldn't use your regular browser.
You couldn't.
You had to use Telnet.
Oh, Telnet.
Which is this old protocol for communicating with servers.
Okay.
So you Telnet to the Onion site.
Okay.
You type hello. And you get
another chunk of hexadecimal code.
Okay.
Which then leads to yet another onion link.
Another one?
Yeah, they really loved these layers.
Oh, yeah. Lots of layers.
So this new site was even more simple. It just said, patience is a virtue.
Patience. Okay.
And if you looked at the HTML code, it also said, come back soon.
I'll come back soon.
But there weren't any obvious clues on the page itself.
Okay.
So people tried using Telnet to connect.
Oh, to that site.
Yeah. And when they did, it accidentally revealed the VPS that was hosting the site.
Okay.
It turned out it was Linode.
Linode.
Which is a public company.
Okay.
So that was a potential real-world clue.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like it actually helped anyone unmask Cicada.
The
website eventually came back online, and it had this quote.
Yeah.
You already have everything you need. Knock on the sky and listen.
Oh, I recognize that.
It's from Tron Legacy.
Tron Legacy.
So that cryptic quote made people try pinging the server.
Oh, pinging.
Yeah, to see if they could get more information.
Okay.
And when they pinged the server, it responded with extra bytes of data.
Extra data.
And those extra bytes formed another onion link.
Oh, wow, another one.
This time it led to 7 GPS coordinates.
Okay.
Most of them were in the U.S., but there was one in Moscow. And one in Okinawa.
Okay.
And just like the first year, these locations had posters with the cicada image.
Oh, wow.
Phone numbers. And 2-letter access codes.
2-letter codes. Okay.
So another real-world scavenger hunt.
Another scavenger hunt.
And the phone numbers all ended in 3301.
3301.
Or 103.
1033.
Okay. And you needed to use that gematria table from before to convert those 2-letter codes into 4-digit pins.
4-digit pins. Okay.
To access this robotic voice on the phone.
Oh, on the phone.
And that robotic voice gave you more hexadecimal code.
More code?
And it also told you which file to look at.
Okay.
On the original ISO file.
Oh, from the beginning.
Yeah. And that hexadecimal code then led to different onion links.
Different, okay.
For each location.